Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our third game, the third best of 3 here at the GSL Code 8 today. To the top left, we have the Terran player starting for Team MVP. We actually have a team battle, but this is the Terran starting with those guys. It is Keen, it is the commander, looking sexy as usual. Nice posture in the booth. And once again, he looks like he just came back from a vacation.
Yeah, he's looking really good right now.
Yeah, at the bottom right, we have his opponent, a very, very strong Zerg player. And this guy is just so good. This is a sniper, and that's what he calls himself. Doesn't look as sexy as Keen.
Well,
going more for the Harry Potter style here.
I would say that's your opinion, man. What if there are nicer girls that think Sniper is really sexy?
I guess if Hermione is watching right now, she will probably have a little bit of a crush on Sniper rather than Keen, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that the majority of the girls watching would probably prefer a date with Keen over a date with Sniper.
It's kind of mean of you to say, man.
Why? Keen is older.
Is he?
I think he is.
See, you don't even know, man.
I mean, that's true, but look at those two pictures. I don't want to say anything about Sniper. The guy is an awesome Zerg player. Love him. But if I was a girl, I would want to go out on a date with Keen.
Basically, you're just saying you think that Keen is more attractive than Sniper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a guy, so my opinion doesn't count, but...
There's this weird notion that if you are a male, you cannot judge the attractiveness of another male, but actually...
Unless you're gay.
If you're not gay, I feel you can judge based on what you perceive that females like. You notice females like certain things. And
Yep, but the thing is, you can, but usually you're wrong.
I guess so, yeah.
I guess that's how it works. At least every single time I'm talking to a girl, I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess this guy is probably a little bit more attractive than another. She's like, what? No. I'm like, okay, well, maybe not. I don't have to know, Wolf. To let you know a little secret. In the end, I don't care.
Well,
at all.
I think that everybody's special in their own way.
Oh my God! Yes, we are all very special.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to mention we've got 2 fans here from university, UC Davis, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Brian and Vanessa, they came all the way here to watch StarCraft, so I want to give them a shout out. And it's cool to support clubs at universities for StarCraft. So if your university doesn't have a StarCraft club or you want to start one, definitely look into that, because a lot of universities out there already do have a CSL team. And your university, you might not even know it, but there could be one, so you should look that up. Play StarCraft with some friends from your university.
And talking about StarCraft, let's have a quick look at what exactly is happening in the game so far. Of course, as you could already see on screen, there's not too much going on that is noteworthy. We have pretty standard openings for both of these players. Barracks into expands for Keen, whereas Sniper started with a 50 match. You need to keep in mind that these players are in the same team, so mind games will be really important later on. Of course, they know each other very, very well. And with just a recent history, and especially this matchup for both of these players, it's supposed to be a great match. Sniper was able to take out Bomber in the GSTL. He also was able to take down Gumiho in the up and down matches. But on the other hand, we have Keen just recently playing a lot of ZBT, and one of his opponents was Life. He was able to win against Life in the GSTL, lost to Curious in the next game, but still was pretty impressive to see that, especially after the score that we saw yesterday for Kodes. I'm not going to mention it here, but if you watched it live, then you must know that taking down Life is a pretty cool accomplishment. Oh wow, look, he's doing it Keen style. Once again, double factory.
He really likes this. He did this against Curious on, I believe the map was it Daybreak or was it Cloud Kingdom? Either way, it was one of those 2 maps. And this is a very scary build to face as a Zerg player. If you don't prepare properly, you will die to this, and you will look silly. It's so scary.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you have a decent wall set up. Usually use some evolution chambers for that and your queen count. The map that you were talking about was Cloud Kingdom. Curious was not really able to defend too well against it, but in the end he still won the game. And Keen is already playing it a little bit different, because we don't see him with the double reactor, but with the tech lab and the blue flame.
Exactly, so this is a build that lends itself more into not ending the game early. This is actually the less all-in version, because it gives you a Hellion that is much stronger than the regular Hellion you would face. And it becomes usually into this play where you have Hellions and Marines. You summon some timing attacks with that. Sometimes you see players going to mech from this. There's a lot of flexibility with this type of play. Once the upgrade is done, you could even see someone make an additional factory, make more Hellions, use a tech lab for siege tank production.
I like mech on this map a lot. Mech in general in this matchup is really strong and has a little bit of a... Well, it was a bit revolutionized by MVP, I guess, at IEM, and a lot more Terrans have been using it just lately. But on a map like this, it's very, very strong. So let's see how Keen is going to approach things. But first of all, the question is, of course, how much damage are the blue flame Hellions underneath?
Yeah, right now there's no drones at the third just yet. They're about to start popping up. The crease spread has not really been denied. He's got a sick wall off his natural. He's got a spine crawler, double evo chambers, and a queen to make sure that no Hellions are going to get in there. If Hellions get into the main base, Sniper made a terrible mistake. I mean, there's no reasonable way for him to actually get those Hellions in there. He's also hidden his Hellion numbers. Tech is completely unknown. No Overlord has been able to get in the main base and see the second factory.
Especially because we have a team match, I did not expect Hellions. This is one of the builds the Sniper probably faced 1,000 times when he was practicing with Keen. So I would have rather expected a completely different style by Keen. Maybe Banshee play?
Oh my god, if he lets these Hellions, he's got to move that Queen a little bit.
Even if he doesn't move with all the damage output, it's just so much, but he fights inside the range of the Spine Crawler. And now he has deflected this attack. The drones at the third, they are going to die, yes, but it's not like he can kill the hatch.
It's going to take way too long to kill the hatchery. Blue Flame only affects light units, so even though the flame is blue, the hatchery does not care. He is going to start to attack the hatchery as he knows there's not really much else he can do, and he may be able to get it. I would be really surprised, but it's possible. The Spire Tech is going to be a problem for Keen as he does not have really many Marines out.
Even the Roach count, which is 0 because the Roach one has just been completed. If he plays this well, he could take down the hatch. It's unlikely, but he takes down the Balings first, moves in, but this just forces Sniper to engage here. Sniper is forced to actually attack.
He's got to save it long enough for the Marine.
Wow! Did you see how he just killed every single Zergling with one shot? And now he moves in again. If he gets the rest of the Hellions, he can take down the Queen.
They need to come down here. I'm actually a little surprised he's got about 6 Hellions on anything right now. In fact, 7.
Now they move down.
He could have done this, I feel, but now the Mules are here. He's not going to be able to kill Hatchery.
Yeah, but he still took down a lot of Queens. He took down Zerglings, Banelings. A lot of damage dealt.
Now the Mules are out. He's not going to be able to stay here.
He's going to move back immediately, and this is what he does while the Mutalists are trying to chase him down. Not going to be easy, of course, but yeah, that's going to be very tricky. I like this opening in this game, even though I didn't really expect Keen to go for the strategy, because he's facing a teammate.
He actually gets into the main base now with his Hellions, and the drones actually came to try to block him. He loses several of those. He will only lose a few, but the bigger story here is that Keen will lose all of his Hellions, trying to go for a little run by here. And, you know, some people might think, oh, that wasn't very smart, but actually, he kind of needed to do this. He didn't have enough Marines defending Muse at home. He started turrets, but he doesn't want to make like 8 turrets, and without making that many with the Marine count he had, the Muse would have done so much damage to his main. He needed something to keep those Mutas off his back for a little bit longer, and so that was a good trade.
What amazes me a little bit is that Sniper only lost 5 Harvesters.
Yeah,
that's all that he lost.
It's hard to believe.
No, it's not all that he lost, but it's all that he lost when he comes down to the worker units. He lost a lot of Zerglings and he lost Queens, but still, if you can actually make sure that you don't lose too many Harvesters, you will still be in a good spot to just max out in Harvesters on 3 bases, have a good saturation and a decent income, and Keen will fall behind in economy. Sniper so far does a good job and controls the map now with the Mutalists. Of course he can't kill Keen here. Keen has missile turrets. He's preparing for the Mutalists, but the Mutalists will make sure that he cannot really move out too much.
Yeah, Keen he's going to try to move out, but Sniper just has the better army. Like, I mean, so much better. He's got the Baneling Nest. Baneling speed is done. He's making a lot of wins right now. Hellions try to come in, and there's just enough roaches to totally deny him. He's not even going to be able to kill a single drone here. Oh, okay, 1. That's fine.
Yeah, 1 drone dies, 7 in total by now.
But about 8 Hellions died.
You can really see that this is working out well for Sniper. Keen, on the other hand, is only spending minerals here, so That's of course one thing that is a bit noteworthy. But Sniper is definitely turning on the heat right now, and Sniper is he's thriving in such an environment. He has a sick creep spread. He's probably going to take a 4th base very soon.
He actually could make a bunch of banelings with his attack sites to fight with roaches instead. I don't know how much I like this without the baneling support. He doesn't have creep here either.
I like it a lot against the siege count that we see right now. This will be so good. He's forcing just over and over again his opponent to stim. The roaches are a great addition.
As long as he doesn't try to force his way up that ramp.
He doesn't go. He's not going to stick with the roaches for the entire course of the game as long as he doesn't see a pure mech composition. But at least right now he can pressure his opponent. He can get the banelings into a good position. He has the Mutalisks that are shielded by the roaches. So I really like how long he was able to deny this 3rd base for Keen. And now with the siege tanks and siege mode done, Keen pushes out slowly. But still, Sniper is taking, as I mentioned already, he's going for the 4th and even adding the 5th. The reason being obvious, Wolf pointed out in the game earlier.
Yeah. As long as you don't get that I mean, you don't get overeager with that type of pressure. You don't attack into that ramp. He only had 1 siege tank, yeah, but if you attack into that, you're probably going to trade inefficiently. He wants to fight on tree. And so does Keen, because he wants to clear up these tumors. He wants to eliminate a small group of marines, and he's going to trade submarines for the map control.
You know how we talked about posture earlier? Look at Keen's picture. Look at him.
Yeah, he's looking really good in there. Actually, it's almost identical to Flash.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, in terms of posture.
Exactly, yeah. They look very different otherwise.
But right now we have macro hatch coming up for Sniper, which is really smart because he has 2 bases that he's building, but he expects to lose 1. Well, of course, if he can save both, he will be quite happy. But even if he loses 1, he will still be fine because those 2 additional bases are really spread out. 1 to the left, 1 to the right side of the map. But in the main base, another macro hatch is a really smart choice because therefore he will be kind of guaranteed that he will not run out of lava when he gets crucial. Hive Tech is coming up right now. Pathogen Glance getting the 2nd armor upgrade nearly done already. And trying to get into the 3rd base, maybe even flank the main army here. A lot of pressure here, potential pressure by Sniper. I really like how he engages.
He's just very, he's always ready to spring on his opponent. He's like a trapdoor spider. He springs the trap. The Baneling's not being wasted here. It goes all the way past the siege tanks. This is a dominant victory for Sniper.
Great performance by Keen though with the micro. He targeted down so many Banelings. It's just that now with the number games, the Bureaus, yes, they are the top spot. They are not shielded by any unit here. And this is the problem that he has. But what amazed me really by Keen was that he controlled his unit so well. He split his Marines, the tanks were targeting down Banelings. And even though Sniper tried to avoid all those siege tanks, he lost a lot of them. I really love how both of them microed in the last match. A few slight mistakes, but overall, it was really well executed.
I mean, he basically said, I'm out of here. And he was able to get a ton of his units out safely. I thought he was going to be surrounded and killed, but he was able to just react so quickly. There was no hesitation in his
Big problem now with the Greater Spire coming up for Keen is that he needs to transition, and he knows it. He needs to have those scouting information. And at the same time, the upgrades are also very crucial. Both of them are on +2/+2, but the 3rd armor upgrade for Keen is still not started. He has to start researching it if he wants to be on the same grade count as his opponent.
Oh, this is a great position. He can get down that choke point. It does not quite do it, but even so, Sniper does not want to fight off a creep like this.
One thing that Sniper just wants to do is make sure that it takes a little bit longer for Keen to take a 4th base and move out. Of course, the Terran player is not doing it immediately, but he already prepares for the 4th command center. He's building it and sends out drops.
This is something that Sniper is preparing for the spies. Catches the tanks unseasoned. Now that decision to run away right there is a decision very few Zerg players would actually be able to make in that high pressure situation. Sniper said, you know what? No. Actually, I'm not going to try to risk things here. As a result, though, of that hesitation, he does lose his hatchery to the left side. And Keen, if he gets that 4th up, is going to be really, really happy with how things are going here. He's already up about 30 supply.
A nice job circumventing those 2 spine crawlers and dropping at the 3rd base, trying to make this work. The supply advantage for Keen obviously also resulting in the fact that Sniper is just waiting for the Brood Lords to be started, and that's what happens right now. So now with all the the units that he has, he will try to close the gap in supply once more. And if he buys himself a little bit more time, he will be able to face Keen with the composition that he's aiming for. But Keen is moving in now, and he's forcing back the creep, which is really important for the next few engagements. He tries to take down this 4th, but the Brood Lords, they will be ready.
But he's going to get the 4th. If he targets it here, it's going to be close. The Banelings do come in.
Oh, nice!
The Brood Lords are exposed.
Yeah, not enough Marines though. Take down one Broodlord, but that's it.
He does not target the hatchery, fights the Roaches instead, and the hatchery lives.
Exactly the bundle that Sniper needed in order to secure his 4th base, and now with the Broodlords he can push Keen back, who reacts with an additional starport.
He's losing a lot of units now on his retreat path. That tank is dead.
In regards to composition, Sniper has now a window where he can move out. He doesn't really have the numbers, he's trying to get more Zerglings into the picture, but he moves out nonetheless because he knows that Sniper, that he's not facing Vikings.
He's not facing Vikings. He's also not facing plus 3 armor. That's still sort of like right now 3-3 against 3-2 upgrades. Keen not stopping your largest units on very low hit points. He's got to be careful with these medevacs. One fungal and he'll lose all of them.
I like how Keen splits his Marines though. Sniper is a bit reluctant to fungal those medevacs because he doesn't have the energy for the chain fungal that he would need to take him down. And Keen with the Marine split and the different ways that he engages the Zerg army is always making sure that there's a lot of pressure on the infestors. So Sniper has to really choose well what kind of group he's targeting with a fungal. He doesn't really have the gas to build infestors and Broodlords.
Yeah, and by the way, all these bandits may be wasting Sage in the last second. He is going to kill his planetary. He detonates on him. Oh, Cancel gets off right before the planetary dies, but it doesn't change the fact that it's gone now.
Keen is still a little bit ahead in overall supply.
He's got a nice window here.
He's trying to hunt those infestors down.
The line of sight blockers really helping Sniper out there, as well as the Broodlords there. If he could have gotten underneath those Broodlords and taken them out, the game would have changed quite drastically, but he saves the Broodlords and gets back. Now we still have a 4-base Zerg against a 3-base Terran. Keen is lifting his natural right now. He's out of money there, so he's not losing too much here. He's playing a very scrappy game, though. This is what he's known for in this matchup.
At this point, it's working well, though. If he's able to get this 4th, that bit of a delay is not going to matter too much for him.
Exactly.
He's got to be still completely fine. Of course, right now the income is much worse for Keen, but that's because the natural is just moving.
Great fungal here.
Yeah, a really good fungal. Bit clustered up here for Keen, not the best split. He's trying to shield the siege tanks now. The Marines moving back and the Balians detonate into the tank. Another fungal hits and it's good, but Keen is dropping in supply too fast.
Yeah, there's a ton of reinforcing things coming in here. He does not have armor for his units. It's becoming a big problem for him.
The Broodlords are just too much. He doesn't have the Viking count that he needs in order to make this work. There are too many blockers and the Marine numbers are not enough. Too few.
He does have that orbital to the top right, that he moved from his natural, but it's not a planetary. For that reason, it's going to be a lot harder to defend.
That's the one base that Sniper has to break. If Sniper breaks the 4th of Keen again, then Keen will run out of resources and will not be able to continue this game. So this is exactly the angle that Sniper is taking right now, trying to starve his opponent in terms of economy, taking down the harvesters, forcing the orbital to lift and moving in, and he knows that he can't fight this army straight up. He wants to go for a run-by.
He wants to go for the 4th, but there is no 4th at the left side. It would be a 5th, of course, in this case, but he wants to attack that base, but when he gets there, he's going to be so disappointed that he traded his base for nothing. There's nothing there.
Just look how far ahead in supply Sniper now is, because he has the bank, he has the resources, and he is building the entire time, whereas Keen is just running out.
He is running out really fast. 7 infestors on the way for Sniper. All he needs is a few key fungals here, and the Broodlords will do the rest. The Vikings starting to fall to the Corruptors as well. Keen does break through.
Yeah, he forces him back. Sniper's at 136 supply, but
it's
as I said,
just dead medevacs.
He can't rebuild.
Yeah, he can't rebuild it. All he's got is medevacs in the air. He doesn't really have anything underneath those.
By the way, you know, Keen might have to grab his pogo stick and Commander Keen his way out of here into the next game, but the one person that Sniper, if we talk about game characters, reminds me a little bit with his facial expressions, actually.
I see it. Oh my god.
Just a little bit?
Yeah, I see it.
He doesn't have the body, but the facial expression is definitely a bit Donkey Kong.
DK, man. DK Donkey Kong, man. Oh my god. StarCraft are now on you.
The 4th base established again. Keen is not giving this up. He has enough gas, just minerals, that's the problem. And with enough fuels, he can make sure that he has just sick income. But Sniper is on himself, just paying so much attention to the economy of the opponent, making sure that he does not get this extra economy. And therefore, the GG by Keen absolutely inevitable.
Really, just very patient play on a sniper. And as you said at the beginning, the big key factor in how the game started on his foot was that he lost only 5 harvesters for all the Hellions that were spent for Keen. That was his opening, that was his strategy, and basically he got slapped down like a salmon trying to go up the river. It was brutal. He did so little damage. He wasn't even able to kill the hatchery. He may have been able to if he had all his Hellions together, but it still would have been tough.
He traded well when it came down to resources lost, but that's not what you're aiming for. You are aiming for crippling your opponent's economy, and that just didn't work.
Because the Hellions are not going to be part of your composition in the late game when you're not going for mech. So when you trade Hellions for Lings, it's like, okay, well, now you just defended your attack, but I mean, it's not like losing the Hellions is something that even matters to me. He has to lose the Hellions to get rid of them. He's not going to be like, well, I'm not going to get your harvesters, but I'm going to keep my Hellions alive. That's not even useful. He had to do more damage than that. He wasn't able to do it. The defensive sniper was really good. His natural was set up nicely with that spine crawler. Game number 2 is going to be a more Terran favored map, though. It is going to be Antigua Shipyard.
And here we go.